Hello everybody, my name is Zool and welcome to the Fallout 3 Mod Showcase.
I don't want to set the world on fire.
Alrighty, so in today's episode we are going to be looking at a mod called Improved Megaton Home. What this mod does is improves the Megaton Home. Shocking, yes, I know. So let's discuss the features. First and foremost, it actually totally removes all the furniture, changes how everything's laid out, and every theme will have different furniture in different locations, which I think is pretty cool. It also adds a bunch of new decorations to your house, so clocks, books, rugs, signs, all for different themes. One thing that in particular I like is that there is a nicer kitchen in this mod. The kitchen in this mod is about 10 times better than the one in the vanilla game. This house honestly uses the space a lot better. It fills up that empty room upstairs, and it adds a new room down on the bottom to sort of fill out where there should be space in your house. And finally, as I mentioned before, this is also compatible with themes. So if you have a theme in your house, it will work. Unfortunately, if you have a save game that already has a house with a theme, you will have to repurchase the theme. But enough blathering. First, I'm going to give you a brief overview of the vanilla Megaton house, just in case you forgot about it or haven't seen it before, and then we will look at the mod. Alright, so here is just a slightly sped up clip showing off the regular house. There's not much to say. This is just for comparison's sake if you don't quite remember exactly what the house looks like off the top of your head. The video is slightly sped up, but there's not a lot I can say. I'm basically just going to be letting this run. This room here, by the way, is that useless room I was talking about earlier. So yeah, that's the Megaton house. Now let's look at the mod. Alright, and here I am inside the modded house, and as we can see, things do look a little bit different. So let's start with the main room here. First thing we'll notice is that the gun cabinet is located right here. It's just a nice, easy access storage right near the entrance. And your bobblehead stand is still in a nice location. If we take a look over here, we will see the vastly improved kitchen. I really like this. You know, you get your little decals here, a little poster. You got some little signage. I kind of like that stuff. It sort of makes it actually feel like it's your home. And you got this bar. The table here appears to be missing, so I'm not really sure what that is. That's probably my fault. I can't see that being the mod, or it's just a small oversight, but I'm sure that'll be fixed. It has a little bar here. I also really like this. You know, you can store your food ingredients, water, that kind of thing, especially if you use FWE. It just makes it feel a little bit more like a home. Also, there's this, and this is something that I actually really like. It looks a tiny bit strange, but I actually find it super amusing. Yeah, this is where you keep your scotch. So you can actually keep your alcohol in here, your whiskey and whatnot, scotch, that kind of thing. And there's a little stash here that you can kind of put whatever you want, and it even includes a bottle cap, pre-war money, and a stealth boy. So you could, you know, maybe stash, you know, drugs or whatever sort of stuff you want to keep sort of secret in that area of your house. You'll also notice this room here, the restroom. If we open it up, this will contain a bathtub that is also glitching out, unfortunately, and a little non-activatable medical stand. So it's a nice use of this extra space that otherwise was used by nothing. Alright, moving on to upstairs. Passing Wadsworth here. We get this main area here, which, as you can see, just sort of looks normal. There's nothing too special about it. We go in here, and we will find a sort of an empty room. Remember that this is the unthemed version. We'll come back and take a look at it with a theme. And finally, this normally useless room is actually improved and turned into a nice office/storage area. And this, to me, is actually a very huge improvement. You get a nice display case, you get a personal safe, a place for your armor, power armor. You get your own little personal computer. This is exactly what you can do. You can sort of change what's going on, and you can learn about the different themes. This is just a little note here from the mod author, and you can select any theme you want. It gives you a bit of information about the mod, which I think is pretty cool, and it's integrated in a nice way. You also get this here, something that totally makes sense for your character to have collected. Revelation 21:6. I am Alpha and Omega. That's something that's probably very dear to your player character's heart, or maybe it's not, but it's here in the house, and I think that that is an absolutely fantastic touch. So this is the base house. Let's take a look at a couple of the themes. So maybe look at one or two of them before we wrap this up. Alright, now here we are in the house with it fully upgraded and the vault theme, and as you can see, it looks very nice indeed. The house comes a lot more to life once you add a theme, and the vault theme is, actually this is the one that I personally prefer to use in the base game, so I really like it here. You sort of have like a main sort of coffee table area, and you get this nice shelf covered with all sorts of stuff, and of course, a machine. Inside your bar here, you are granted a little bar stool, which I think is pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of the area back in the vault, I guess on purpose. You also get an oven, a sink, and a refrigerator. So that is probably why that pot and pan were floating earlier, because I did not have a theme, which would appropriately give me something for those to be sitting on. You also get some nice little coffee stuff and a nice little coffee sign. So again, it also comes with a little bit of food for you to store whatever it is you would like. Opening up my favorite cabinet in the game here, we will see that nothing has really changed from adding a theme. If we come over here into the restroom, we will see that adding a theme actually fixes the small problem I was having earlier. And you can actually use the toilet and the bath. It's kind of weird how the bathtub is 21 rads and the toilet is 0. Anyway, let's take a look upstairs now. Oh, before we do, I guess a bunch of vault suits are also granted here, which I think is pretty cool, although there's a bit of vulgarity there. So it looks like there's a vault suit for every possible vault you can get, so you don't need to go exploring if you're somebody who likes to collect stuff like that. Alright, upstairs. Nice vault banners. We also have the equipment, because I did fully upgrade the house while I was between cuts, adding the Nuka-Cola machine to truly fill it out. Overall, I think this is really good. It appropriately places everything for the themes, including a very nice vault bed and a dresser for your bedroom, and a really cool sort of armored jumpsuit that's put up that I don't want to move because I really like where it's stored. Finally in here, we can see that the office looks pretty much the same, but it doesn't really matter because it's nicely used. Alright, well that's pretty much all there is to it. This mod is awesome. I really do love this mod, actually. It's so cool and it looks absolutely fantastic. It still is the Megaton house, so it's not like it's going to be radically different like a lot of house mods, but it looks really, really good. And most importantly, it feels like it naturally fits into the game. The themes look all different. It's a really cool mod. The only thing is when you don't have a theme inputted, there is a couple of glitchiness with the tub and stuff, but that's honestly not that much of a problem. I'd show off all the themes, but that would take far too long, so I am going to end the episode. But before I do, I know this is a bit of a weird video to plug this for, but for those of you who like Knights of the Old Republic and have watched my KOTOR modding videos, I'm just going to mention that there is something called the KOTOR Midsummer Mod Off. This is for mod authors. Basically what you do is you can make whatever mod you want for KOTOR 2. All you gotta do is head over to deadlystream.com and post your name and sign up in the forums. The deadline for this little mod off is July 19th, so if you are a mod maker or you're sort of just interested in dipping your toes into modding for KOTOR, go along to there and have a lot of fun making some cool little mods, textures, whatever you want for KOTOR 2. I'm going to, or may have already made a video announcing this, so I hope a bunch of people are there. Yay!